subject? Are you doing most?
This is a lot of fascinating things going on in the world, and a lot of people put their stock in regular traditional science and scientists, and they just dismiss everything else. But I don't think science looks at every little thing, and there are things out there that are actually being researched that science has not acknowledged, but there's actual facts, such as this. Do your thoughts, do your words, do they affect water? Think about it. That's coming up next on Shock Treatment. Separating the truth from the lies, coming at you from underneath the Noonan, Georgia, heavily chemtrailed sky. You're about to receive a dose of the shock treatment. As I stated before the intro, I said, or the what do you call it, the music part. There are people out there that just put their stock solely into scientists, and if anyone else outside this quote-unquote scientist realm does research, they want to automatically call him a pseudoscientist or, fake or a bunch of BS, and such is not the case. Science is not going to acknowledge a lot of things that are actually true and real. Take, for instance, this. Water is very reactionary to your frequencies, your vibrations. You know that Beach Boys song, Good Vibrations? I'm thinking about good vibrations. You know that song. But people say, when they walk into a room, I'll get a bad feeling, a bad vibe, a bad vibration. So we're used to that saying, but what does it really mean? Well, we give off vibrations. We operate at certain vibrations. We're vibrational beings. And our thoughts, after research done by Dr. Masaru Emoto, he did a lot of research, extensive research on the effects of your thoughts, of your words, of music, of images of things on water, and the results are nothing short of astounding. Take, for instance, this. After being exposed to heavy metal music, look at this disaster of water. After being exposed to Elvis Presley's Heartbreak Hotel, these are the crystals that formed of the water. Look like in the shape of a broken heart. Don't think that this stuff isn't real, because we're 70% water. The Earth is 70% water or so. And when you're born, a baby's 80% water. So we are water beings. We're actually regarded as wetware to the government. There's software, there's hardware. We're wetware. And that's will tie in with the 5G, the frequencies, the vibrations. Get it? Satan wants to tamper with your frequencies, and they're doing a damn good job. He is through the helly weird movies, through the music, the crap to rap music. And why is it that you say, when you play music next to a plant, I guess depending on the music, the plant responds positively, or when you speak to it. Remember that? People will tell you that. My mother told me that, you speak to a plant and say nice things to it and it'll grow better. Well, there's something to this then. Our frequencies, other things around us, non-human things, are reacting. Is the water alive? I don't know, but there is a living water, and that's Jesus Christ. So water reacting to us kind of makes me think about our relationship to the living water, Jesus Christ, right? So there's a lot to this, and it makes a lot of sense that the water reacts at certain frequencies. And there are certain frequencies that are just no good. And that's why they're trying to tamper with us through the cell phones, through the 5G, the cell towers. Those things operate on frequencies and, vibrations, so to speak. So we're vibrational beings, and the vibes that we give, whether good or bad, the water reacts to it. And it makes a lot of sense, a lot. And a particularly noteworthy video done by Leak Project, and I've heard about this before, how our thoughts, our emotions, and what we say can affect water. Well, it can affect anything. It can affect a dog, right? If you're mean to your dog and things that you say, is the dog going to be happy, or is it going to react in a sad way, right? Well, it doesn't understand really what you're saying, but it's picking up on your vibes. Why do dogs react to certain strangers? They'll start growling, but other strangers, they're okay with it. Perhaps the dog is very perceptive and sensitive and picking up on the vibrations. What about for Christians, discernment of people? Like when you meet someone who has probably a wicked spirit, yet you have really never, you just met him for the first time, but you pick up on it, right? It's called discernment. So the vibration thing, people are given off vibration from whether they're spirit, corrupt spirit, or they're happy, good Christian spirit, or a happy-go-lucky type person. Your emotions and things like that can affect the vibrations of what people pick up. Are they getting good vibes from you, or evil vibes? This is one you want to look at. I'm going to leave the link to Leak Project, headed up by Rex. Phenomenal discussion over and showing you the study of Dr. Emoto, how he studied all kinds of like things that affect water, thoughts, images, music, and it makes a lot of sense. When you play classical music to the water, it forms beautiful crystals. When you play crap to rap or demonic type heavy metal, it forms monstrous looking crystals. And so she explains how snowflakes, make our crystals or make crystals somehow, and water too. I guess this is under a microscope. I'm no expert on this, but it makes a lot of sense. So the general message here is don't worry, be happy, and be good, and be positive. The Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. And this goes for myself too. I've been under a lot of stress lately and feeling some anxiety. And in part, I think a lot of this has to do with, could have to do with cell phones, the Wi-Fi. That's tampering with our frequencies, our vibrations. And that's exactly what Satan wants to do. He wants a zombie nation. He wants a low energy, low frequency, low vibration type of being, subdued zombies. And for the most part, they're doing a good job. He's doing a good job at it. I mean, you got idiots that don't know how to drive, don't know how to park, they're parking crooked, don't know where to park, they're parking on the lawn. You got commies and so-called Americans want to vote for communists. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, by the way, Mad Cow, Roswell Rachel, fake news. The Fonz called and said he wants his hairstyle back. Yeah, the Fonz called. He wants his hairdo back. I don't know about the neck, because your neck's bigger than his and longer. Unbelievable. And you're all fake news, getting sued. What do your crystals look like? Fake news? Put this jackass commie, fat jackass commie next to stupid commie fake news idiot slob next to the water. I wonder what the crystals look like after this guy gets around and starts talking. First of all, if he just looks at it, and as soon as he starts talking fake news talk, those crystals gotta look rancid in the water after close examination. Unbelievable, man. I could tell you one daggum thing. When this guy gets around water, the crystals look beautiful, right? Beautiful. That's a handsome fellow right there. Just too bad that these freaking, I don't know, these women in America, these girls, they're just all, they don't want this. They want pants on the ground, they want the gauges, they want tatted herb, dad bod. We live in bizarro world. But try to make your everyday a positive one. Think positive thoughts, think happy thoughts, be positive with each other, stay in your lane, know how to park, know how to drive, and produce some beautiful crystals in the water that you're around. But check this out. Click the link from Leak Project. Apparently, illnesses that you have stem from your frequency, the frequency you're running on, based on your emotion and what you say. And they're saying, get up, instead of griping about your pain, get up and say, I don't have any pain. Keep on moving through your day. Speak positive, and everything will change. And really, the Bible says there's life and death in the tongue. So, and you could cause things to happen, right, based on the things that you say, you call into existence. So, why couldn't water be reactionary that way? Also, you're calling things into existence and the water's reacting, right? Makes sense. Click the link below from Leap Project. She tells you how this person, there's an actual machine they use to read your frequency, and people with diseases, it's due to a number of things, including how they think, holding stuff in. You know, the frequency you give out is what you'll get in return, and that brings on this ease. And this machine, reads what frequency you're at and puts whatever frequency you need in an actual water, and you drink it, if I heard her correctly. And this kind of makes a lot of sense in a lot of ways. We got to start thinking out of the box. Because Big Pharma really wants you, and traditional medicine is not where it's at. We got to rethink this whole thing. There are answers out there. We run on frequencies. We're vibrational beings. Good vibes or bad vibes. What vibe are you getting? And what vibe are you giving? And so a lot of this makes sense. What about grounding, right? Keep your feet on the ground, barefoot, and supposedly the earth is a bunch of electrons, one big antioxidant. So by going barefoot, we absorb the electrons. It's a give and take with our environment. All right? So don't be naysaying this just yet. Have an open mind. Click the link from Leap Projects, 26 minutes long. Or don't, at any rate. Shakalaka from Noonan. I'm out. Richie from Boston, man. Richie from Boston. Even he's got his voice. I got to do his voice on the shock treatment. Unbelievable.